Good morning and welcome to Tea with Tim. I'm Tim from Plugged Into Leadership. Here we go. Well, I want to welcome you. Thank you for coming. It's Friday, and where's your leadership at today? That's my question. Where's your leadership at? See, you may not agree with me. You may not think you are, but you are a leader. Everyone on some level is a leader. See, Maxwell says that everything rises and falls on leadership. See, we all have people that we influence. We all have people that uh, that want to follow us, that when we make a suggestion or we give advice or when we set a goal, that people admire us and that they want to follow after us. That means that you're a leader. So I want to encourage you this morning, first off, before we do anything else, I want to encourage you that you are a leader. You have influence. Now, the better that we learn to influence people, the better our leadership is. And that's what we do here on this show every single morning, is I want to help you get more out of yourself, which in turn will help you get more out of your team. Are you operating on your full potential? Like, do you really tap into everything that you could be doing? Do you set your daily calendar to maximize your abilities and to maximize your efficiency? Well, do you set your leadership up and do you set your standards up to maximize your relationships? Are you confident in yourself? Are you confident in your leadership? These are all things that I want to continue to help you grow and help you get more out of yourself. That will in turn help you get more out of your team. Think about somebody that you trust. Just get them in your brain. Someone that you trust. I bet that that person that you're thinking about, that you have a personal connection with them, that you've found some common ground, and that when you interact with them, it's comfortable and you have things in common and you relate to them on a number of different levels. I also bet that the person that you're thinking about, that you would describe as having good character, that they're upright, that you agree on things, that there's lots of places where you have common ground, but when you look at them, you're like, wow, that person has really good character. Lastly, I can imagine that you would agree with me that they are competent, that they are a competent person, that you would describe them as a competent person, maybe in whatever area you're specifically thinking that you trust them in. Now, if you trust them with your kids, you would say, well, they're competent with my kids, that I trust them, I have a connection with them, they have good character, and I trust them to watch my kids. They're competent in that area. So those are three things that we need in order to build trust. We need to have a connection with the person, we need to have good character, and they need to have good character, and they need to be competent. So as we think about building trust, which is the foundation of leadership, those three things we need in order to influence people, and those are connection, competence, and character. Those are three things that we need in order to connect with to have trust with somebody. So when you're thinking about where your leadership is at, when you're thinking about what you lead and how you influence people, consider those three things: your ability to connect with people, your competence in a certain area, and your character. Those are huge. Now, I know you've all been waiting. This is Friday. I said we have a contest that we're doing. Thank you to everyone that has shared. We are going to do that in just a moment. I got my hat right here. I got my names right here. I'll list those off. So stick with me this morning. We got a couple more minutes before we pull out the name of the hat and see who gets our free resource winner. I'm doing something a little bit different. What I'd like to do is I want you, the viewer, to decide what topic we're going to cover next week. So you can comment in the chat bar below this video as you watch it that it's going to be either one of two things, and whatever is the dominant one, I will pick. We're either going to focus on 5 keys to having a successful crucial conversation. And now, a crucial conversation is any conversation where the stakes are high, where there's differing opinions, and um, and some tension. Their emotions they just kind of get you there. So those are three things that make up a crucial conversation. I'm sure you've had a crucial conversation. I'm sure you've had a conversation you've been blindsided. You're like, whoa, I didn't know we were having that conversation. And your emotions got all, and there was big things at stake, and you had differing opinions, and it was just really hard to navigate. I want to help you navigate those conversations a little bit better. And there's a few things that we can do to navigate our way through those successfully. So that's the first thing. So if you want to hear about crucial conversations, put crucial conversations in the chat bar. Second option is 5 ways to be more confident, to have more confidence. Confidence is another one of those areas that helps us lead better. Not be more arrogant, but be more confident. To be more confident with people, more confident in our area of business, our area of expertise. There's a few specific things that we can do to help gain some confidence. So if you want to hear about confidence next week, put confidence in the chat bar. If you want me to talk about crucial conversations, put crucial conversations in the chat bar. And I will develop a 5-part series next week to help us with one of those areas. Well, Megan, you got to pick one or the other. So maybe we'll do the next one the week after or in a few weeks. All of the topics. Yes, we'll get to more topics in the future. So again, crucial conversations is one option. How to build your confidence is the other one. Put it in the chat bar. And without further ado, I want to dive in here. So I want to thank, I'm going to read each one of these names off as I put them in the hat. I want to thank Megan Slater for sharing a video. Thank you so much. You are entered into the drawing here. Sayla Gilbert, thank you so much for sharing a video. Awesome. David Lamarno, thank you so much. Kristen Bonosi, thank you for sharing the video last week. Jen Hall, thank you so much for sharing a video. Christy Walker, thank you again for sharing Tea with Tim with your Facebook world. Ashley Wilson, thank you again for the suggestion of one of the topics last week, how to get unstuck, and sharing the video. Brian Daly, thank you so much for that wonderful post and those kind words and your agreement with my good, fast, cheap triangle this week. I appreciate that. Jenna Humes, thank you for sharing the video. Awesome. So cool and nice. Tracy Daly, you are a true friend. Thank you for sharing the video. My Emma's Footprints friend there. And Annabelle Cameratan. Sorry, I think I pronounced your last name wrong. So those are everyone that's entered in the drawing. I got them all in my hat here. Mix them up a little bit. Drum roll, that's right, Kristen. Drum roll, please. I'm going to reach in and pull one out. Now, this is going to be for a resource, a leadership resource that I will mail to you. The resource is going to be a book by John Maxwell, and it's going to be about articulating your dreams, what I talked about on Monday. So here we go. I'm going to reach in, not looking. All right, and the winner is Christy Walker. All right, Christy, thank you so much, everybody, for sharing the videos. Please continue to do that. I really, really, really appreciate it. I hope that this adds value to you. I hope that what I talk about on these broadcasts on the mornings at 9 o'clock helps you give a daily leadership shot in the arm is what I'm looking for you to just have a little bit of extra confidence, something to think about throughout the day. If you've missed any of them, you can find them on my Facebook wall. You can also check it out at my website, pluggedintoleadership.com. If you have any questions or any other things that you'd like to ask me about leadership, feel free to shoot me a message or shoot me an email, tim@pluggedintoleadership.com. So thank you. The winner again is Christy Walker. Appreciate you, and thanks for being on. We'll see you again on Monday.